Hello, I'm Ryan Macasera, multimedia reporter. We are at the Santuario de San Antonio where the funeral mass for the late Secretary of Foreign Affairs Albert del Rosario was just held. He was carried out of the church just moments ago with the orchestra playing the Battle Hymn of the Republic, a song very fitting for someone who many Filipinos consider a patriot. He is well known for defending the Philippines' sovereign rights in the West Philippine Sea, bringing the Philippines' claim to the West Philippine Sea to the Arbitral Tribunal in 2016 and winning a landmark decision. Many of his friends and former colleagues who are political leaders in the Philippines have come to pay their last respects. We saw them here at the Mass earlier today, and they include the former Chief Justice Antonio Carpio, who worked very closely with the former Secretary of Foreign Affairs on the Arbitral Tribunal case in 2016 and helped win that victory for the Philippines. Conchita Carpio Morales, um, the former ombudsman and former Senator Frank Drilon, the former Energy Secretary Rene Almendras, the Japanese ambassador to the Philippines Koshikawa Kazuhiko, many from the DFA. His colleagues from the DFA were here to pay their last respects, including former Philippine ambassador to the US Jose Quisha. So this is the third day where the public was able to view the remains of the former Secretary of Foreign Affairs, who, for those who don't know, passed away or in the United States. He was on his way to San Francisco to attend a private devotion to the Our Lady of Miraculous Medal. His body returned to the Philippines on April 22, and it was a very short wake for the former Secretary of Foreign Affairs. These wakes usually last up to a week, sometimes even longer, but the family requested to have more private moments with the Secretary of Foreign Affairs yesterday, or on excuse me, on Monday. We were allowed to attend the services, but cameras were asked to stay outside. Even here at the funeral today, the media was limited to staying outside of the mass, and of course we had to respect the family's wishes. For a lot of them, the death of for a lot of people, the death of the Secretary of Foreign Affairs was sudden, but his family explained in a statement earlier, or in a statement that was released over the weekend, that he had been dealing with ailments for the past 20 years, but still he continued to work. And they said even as he was dealing with all of these illnesses, he was still reporting to work with in his office here in Makati 7 days a week. He's still working with his think tank, Strat Base, and of course, it was still he was still very active in issues regarding the West Philippine Sea or the South China Sea, which um, is a very hot issue now um, with the Philippines' foreign policy pivot, you can say, to the United States, or others would say it's a balancing act between the United States, working with the two global superpowers, the United States and China, um, with the ongoing Balikatan exercises happening this week, and with more incidents reported in the West Philippine Sea. So a lot of his colleagues came out to talk about how the Foreign Affairs Secretary was someone who that Filipinos should emulate, that they should stand up and be courageous, even if it is unpopular. Yes, last night at the wake, we saw other personalities come out, including Senator Dick Gordon, Mar Rojas, and Lauren Legarda were some of the people that we were able to speak with yesterday, and all talked about how the former Foreign Affairs Secretary was a role model for many Filipinos. Other people we saw but who did not speak to the media include the former BIR Commissioner Kim Henares and the current Secretary of Foreign Affairs Enrique Manalo. So again, we are here at the Santuario de San Antonio, where the remains of the former Secretary of Foreign Affairs have been taken to a private burial here in Manila. So the burial is only for the family, so media was not also allowed to cover. But of course, it's very solemn occasion for and a very sad moment for the family. So we respect their wishes. And if you want to read more about the impact that the Foreign Affairs Secretary had in the Philippines over his lifetime, you can read that on Rappler. We have several profiles of him in our editorial yesterday. Also, pay tribute to the late Foreign Affairs Secretary. So again, I'm Ryan Macasero. Thank you so much for watching.